Hi everyone, my name is Earnest Pettie and I'm the Global Research Lead for the Culture and Trends team at YouTube. I get to study the interesting things people create and the quirky things they're drawn to, and lately our team has been focusing on Black creativity, something that's been fueling trends on YouTube since its earliest days. Through that research, we've gained insight into how underrepresented communities, Black, Latinx, Asian, all communities, drive trends. To start, let me take you back to the beginning of this year, when a UCLA gymnast named Nia Dennis performed a routine that went viral. The routine was special for Nia because she was dancing to some of her favorite hip-hop songs. For her, she was celebrating her culture, and when UCLA shared the video, they included the caption, "This is what Black excellence looks like." That post and many other shares of the video created space for people, especially Black people and specifically Black women, to connect with each other in their appreciation of Nia's accomplishment. In this video, as a viral phenomena, you find three components of the utmost importance to the formation of digital communities among multicultural consumers. First is representation. Only 9% of women participating in collegiate gymnastics are Black, and yet here was a Black woman demonstrating excellence in her field. Second, social connection. This video created a space for people who identified with Nia to find each other through sharing and commenting on the video. And last, but most crucially, cultural cues. It wasn't just the excellence of Dennis's routine that allowed it to stand out, it was also the music that she chose and the dances that she performed between tumbling passes that announced the routine as a product of Black culture. These three ingredients, representation, social connection, and cultural cues, fueled the popularity of this video and are core to the YouTube experience. So let's break this down into its core components. First is representation. As an avowed anime-loving blurred, I can tell you that growing up, I did not feel as though I or my tastes were represented in traditional media. Traditional media portrayals were, and kind of still are, limited by what studios wanted people to see. On YouTube, though, young anime-loving blurreds today can find creators like Caleb City and RDC World 1 lampooning the tropes of anime for their combined 8 million subscribers, trending in multiple countries around the world. When it comes to interests, 78% of Black, 73% of Latinx, and 68% of Asian self-identified viewers say that it's very important that the creators and content they engage with share similar interests as them, which suggests that interests drive trends, and with almost any interest you can imagine, you can probably find a creator from an underrepresented community creating representation in that area. Casual Geographic is a Black creator interested in zoology who's earned over 1 million subscribers this year alone, telling you exactly how wild animals would ruin your day. Cooking? Lisa Wen is an Asian creator whose videos, including a series in which she invents new spring rolls, have been viewed over 1 billion times this year. Book Lover? A whole community of Latinx booktubers had a readathon on YouTube called Latinxathon. And it isn't as though people from underrepresented communities were never into these things, it's that they never had the visibility in traditional media, but with YouTube, they can create representation, which is how a tiny drummer with a love of rock and roll was able to go from uploading a video to YouTube to drumming on stage with one of the world's largest rock bands, and will probably inspire a generation of young girls like her to aspire to the same. It isn't just watching people who look like you and share your interests that drive trends, though. We found that people find social connection through the issues and topics that are important to them. We've identified an emerging class of Black tea channels, for instance, that share gossip and news related to Black entertainment. These channels, often through YouTube's live chat, provide a place for people to gather and chat with each other and with the creators about this news, which isn't typically covered in mainstream news outlets. That's how content fosters social connection. 79% of multicultural YouTube viewers say that they seek out content that makes them feel connected with the people they identify with. And this kind of content is one of the ways that they do that. As a result, creators like Tasha K and Lovely Tea are nearing 1 million subscribers, while Impressive has already passed it. As I mentioned before, there are three key components, and the last and most important are cultural cues. In the past couple months, Desmond Dennis has been among the most subscribed creators in the United States, right up there with Mr. Beast. He got his start several years ago by going viral with R&B covers of children's songs. Among all the parodies and covers, Desmond Dennis stood out with videos that had traits reflective of his culture. You could call it swag. This creates familiarity that increases the relatability of the content and the creator within their community, while allowing them to stand out from the creators and content coming from outside their community. Similar to what Sarah framed up for us earlier, when you combine representation, social connection, and cultural cues, you have the ingredients necessary for communities to create trends. And I'm not talking about one viral video or whatever the latest dance challenge is. No, we're talking deeper and longer lasting trends, the deeper dynamic that fuels all those dance challenges. So let's return to that gymnastics video that we talked about earlier. This isn't the first of such videos. 2 years ago, Caitlin Ohashi went viral. A few years before that, Sofina de Jesus. These videos just keep emerging. In fact, 9 of 10 of UCLA Athletics Channel's most viewed videos are gymnastics routines from women of color representing a variety of communities: Asian, Latinx, and Black. These women may be underrepresented in the sport, but the world made sure they were seen through the power of online video. That's the influence of the community being demonstrated. And that influence is powered by the combination of representation, social connection, and cultural cues. And it doesn't exist without the creativity of these creators. Tapping into the creators whose work lays the foundation for these communities allows you to support these communities, bolster their influence, and remain ahead of all the trends to come.